Hi, everyone. Thank you all for tuning back in. It's Trade with Ellie, all things trade, travel, investing related. And I am, of course, always super excited, right? But before I share this excitement and information with you, please do me a favor and make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Make sure, more importantly, to hit that bell, click on that bell so that you can be notified when I release some of my latest and best videos, and you'll be the first to know. So make sure to select that bell, okay? But if moving forward, if you like this video, definitely share this to another individual that you think would like it or can benefit from this information. So back to this video, right? What I'm going to be sharing with you is a new application, right? The AI intelligence, right? Artificial intelligence is so amazing. And applications are basically that if you really think about it. But the things that they can do, and if you understand how to use it to your advantage, there's so much to benefit here. And that's why I want to bring you to a new application that has been brought to me. I've been using it for the past couple of weeks to see how I like it, to see, what it can do for me, what it's been doing for other individuals I've been working with and who have access to this. And I am ready to share this with you, right? I'm only sharing stuff. I always share things on my platform that I've done, that I've worked with other individuals who have done it, right? For the most part, so that way you have a great chance of winning when you utilize the information on this platform, okay? So with this that I'm about to show you, it's going to blow your mind, okay? So you may have heard about the harmonic scanner or scanner, right? I do have a video on my channel about the scanner, right? This is an updated version of the scanner. This is like the scanner on steroids, and there's so many different kinds. There's about 4 different scanner types right now connected to this harmonic scanner. All are amazing. Today, I'm going to highlight Pro Harmonics. Okay, so this is taking harmonics to a whole other level. This is giving you the ability to not only take entries that the scanner is giving you. Okay, so for those of you who may, this is your first time hearing about the harmonic scanner, your first time, even just stumbling upon anything that's related to investing, especially what you're seeing on the screen. I'm going to rewind a little bit just to help you understand from this point on what is happening. Okay, so right now, what we're looking at is the harmonic scanner. All right, and what the harmonic scanner does, it scans the market and gives you trade setup ideas. So what we're trading in is the foreign exchange market. So you're trading currency, right? You're trading different countries' currency. But the amazing thing about this scanner is you can trade not just different countries' currency, but you can trade Bitcoin, right? Cryptocurrency coins, as well as US 30, SPX 500, NAS 100, right? Um, Gold, silver. You can trade a number of different things, all within the foreign exchange market, right? Within the market altogether, and using this scanner. So the harmonic scanner is going to scan the market and is going to give you trade setup ideas, which is what you're seeing highlighted on this side. Okay, we have in our red stop, that's known as our stop loss, right? In the event you're losing a trade, you don't want to lose any more, this will take you out that trade. So the coordinates that you're putting, you're saying, from my entry to my stop loss, I'm going to be risking a certain amount, right? That could be $5, it could be $100, it could be $200, it could be $1,000, $10,000, right? It's all going to be reflective to your account size. So for everyone, it might be a different amount, but we're saying, you know what, I'm getting in this trade and I'm willing to wager, right? To put myself in a position to lose maybe $200. But if the trade goes my way, I can win $800. Okay. And that's kind of what's happening here. So for us to win, we need the market to go from our entry to our take profit, which means that when the market reaches one of these coordinates, we're going to be able to take profit. And that's what TP stands for, right? So the green in entry, that's where essentially you're entering the market. If we click to another pair and you see 2 green lines, that just means that there are 2 places where you can potentially enter the market at good points. Which one's better? They're both good, right? So you can capitalize by taking 2 entries. So what you're going to be seeing happening is the market, going from its entry down to the take profit. And if it's, goes the wrong way for whatever reason, it's going to hit your stop loss. So the harmonic scanner alone has a great accuracy rate. About 8 out of the 10 trades you take will be winning trades. If you've been trading with me, if you've been following, some of the trading information I've been sharing, then you're aware that I've been able to tackle on another strategy onto the scanner to help, bring that accuracy closer. Okay. So when we say 8 out of 10, it's about 86% accuracy rate. The strategy I tacked on top brings it a lot closer to 100, right? Brings us to about a 90%, 92% accuracy rate, meaning about 9 out of the 10 trades we take will be winning trades, right? 10 out of 10, you can win all the trades you take. That's very possible. That's still real, but you're not always going to win, right? So nothing will ever be 100%, right? But you can put yourself in a position to make sure that you have little to no loss. And there's so many different ways to put that. Having a stop loss, right, is something that you can do, knowing how to move your stop loss, when to, right? Those are different things you can learn and different strategies and techniques that you'll be able to learn if you decide to get more access to learn some more of those technical information and strategies as well. But focusing strictly on the scanner, right, you can use the coordinates as so, and you'll be perfectly fine. I do it all the time, right? Especially if I want to just take trades, not have to worry about it. I want to spend maybe 5 minutes looking at the chart. I open up the scanner in 5 minutes. I've already looked at some trades. I've already entered my coordinates, and I still have, time to go, do something within those 5 minutes. So for me, it's one of using the scanner is one of my favorite things, because sometimes I just don't have the time or the energy to sit there and really mark up my charts, or to want to be in the charts, right? The whole point of this is to set it, forget it, to be in and out, and to go about my day, to enjoy my vacations, to be able to help other people, to get on calls, to do different things, right, at different times. But I don't want it to consume so much of my day. So using the scanner is a great, great part. So the top, right, when you're seeing on the right-hand side, you're seeing pro harmonics, because that's what we're focused on right now. You're seeing different time frames here. Okay, so each chart has a time frame that you're looking at. And so M15 means that we're looking at the 15-minute time frame. So what that's letting us know is each candlestick, each red and blue rectangle lines that you're seeing, moving up and down on this chart, is represented as a candlestick, which is representing the length of time, right? So this red one here that stopped is part of the 15-minute candle, the time. So 15 minutes before that, we had a small blue candle. 15 minutes before that, we had a small red candle. That's all that's reflective of it. And then, here we have the pairs that we're looking at, and it's giving us some information, right? But more importantly, our focus is the pair that we're looking at, if we're getting in a buy or sell and stuff like that. So most times people have a hard time understanding if you're entering in a buy or sell. If your entry's at the top, take profit at the bottom, you're looking at a sell. But what this updated scanner is doing is it's already letting you know, hey, we're selling in the market. Okay, we're selling in the market. So it's going to help you understand, okay, we're about to get into that sell. You're having these numbers next to the currency, which is letting you know how strong that currency is. So if we're seeing GBP, right, which is the first currency in that pair, if we're seeing it strong, that's just letting us know that this market isn't dropping just yet. It is going to sell, but it's not selling just yet, right? So this information will also help you know if you're getting into a trade that actually might be going towards its stop loss before, going down to your take profit. You don't want to enter that trade yet. Okay. You might just want to wait, especially if the trade already activated and you're seeing things are changing. This information, these numbers can help you understand, oh, okay, this isn't looking really good. So this trade, which is looks like a really great setup, isn't ready to sell just yet, right? And that's totally fine. You still have time to get in. The market is currently closed. It's the weekend as I'm recording this, but once it opens back up, you can look to see what the number changes, where the market, opens back up, stuff like that. So this is also why you're not seeing it move right now, because it is the weekend as I'm recording, which is totally fine. The weekend is a great time for you to analyze the market, to learn some new things, to prepare yourself for an amazing, successful week. So the lower we go on this list, right, we're getting different pairs, but normally the lower on the list we go, the older a lot of these setups are, meaning that they've already played out. So I want us to take a look at this. Okay, so we have our setup here for the pattern, right? But it doesn't matter what the pattern is. We really focus on the coordinates. So they told us that we're looking at a buy, right? So we were entering here and the market goes up. As you can see, the market never came back down, right? These red and blue squigglies, or at least it looks like squiggly lines, you don't see it come back down to your stop loss, right? Which is good. That means that we didn't get taken out the trade and lose money. If the market hits your stop loss, that means you're removed from the trade, but that also means that you lost whatever you were willing to risk on this trade. But if it goes up, that means that you're going to win, right? So how much are we winning by? What do we, how long are we staying in the market? You're putting in these coordinates yourself. So you're deciding if you're going to put in the coordinates for take profit 1, 2, or 3. Take profit 1 just means the market's gonna reach it first, right? So the percentage rate, the accuracy rate for that is much higher than 3, only because 1 comes before 3, right? And it comes before 2. So if you're saying, I want a greater chance for the market to reach my exit point to make money, then go with take profit 1, right? Which is a total of 47 moves. Now you get to decide how much each move is worth. So let's go that each move is worth $1, right? Just want to keep it very simple for math purposes and so that you can understand easily, I can understand easily, okay? So from entry to take profit 1, that's 47 moves, that's $1 a move, that's $47, right? To take profit 2, that's 87 moves, which means that's $87. To take profit 3, that's 149 moves, so that's $149. So this is crazy, right? This is crazy because this actually went pretty much straight towards your take profit 3. Now, when I mean straight, it didn't go straight in one direction, but it didn't ever come, all the way down where, you probably were in deep fear and stuff like that. But the market moves in waves. That's something that it's important to understand and know. The market's not always going to shoot straight up in one direction. It's going to go up and down, right? But this one moved up in an upward direction very nicely. And for those of you who trade, I'm sure you can agree with that, right? This played out really well. Now imagine, before on the regular harmonics, right, it didn't have all these triangles that you're seeing and these things on the bottom. And I know that a lot of this can be very overwhelming. It can seem super hard, like there's just so much going on, but I'm zeroing in on just the important pieces that you need to understand and how they function so that you can silence the noise, right? A lot of trading is about silencing the noise and simplifying. Do not overcomplicate, simplify, and use things at its basic level, okay? So now that we have our entry to take profit, this is confirming that it's a buy. If you didn't really know, if you should be buying or selling, even though we're looking for the market to go up, that means it's a buy. The great thing is that the scanner gave us that entry. So we would have entered over here, we would have hit take profit 1, and we would have stopped, okay? Right, and so that would have been great. We would have stopped. Now, the great thing is that these triangles are basically letting you know when you can re-enter, whether it's for the buy or the sell. If you're seeing a green, if you're seeing a red, if you're seeing a red triangle, that means it's a sell. If you're seeing a blue triangle, that's re-entry for a buy. Okay, so I think this is really cool because this is a way for you to maximize on one pair. The thing about trading is that you don't need to trade 20, 30, 40 different pairs. You don't need to get into all these setups. You can trade one setup and find multiple entries to capitalize to make your earnings for the day, for the week, whatever your goals are, okay? So this is what's kind of happening. You would have potentially, right, entered here at our entry and taken it, let's say your goal was to go all the way to take profit 3, right? So what you are doing are stacking your trades, or you're looking for multiple entries, right? So you're just looking for more opportunity to get in the market. So every time I see an opportunity, I'm going to draw an arrow. So whether you took it to take profit 1, 2, or 3, these are just the amount of times you could have entered this trade, okay? You would have entered at the green entry line and the market would have came up, right? And then as soon as the market pulled down and this triangle appeared, you would have entered again into the market, okay? So let's go like this. Let's just say you're going for the long haul. And then the market does go up, right? It goes to take profit 1, 2, and 3. So now the market does come back down and we end up getting this blue arrow. So at this point, your trade did hit take profit 3, so you don't have to, take any more trades. However, if you came back and you saw you were in this drawback, meaning the market went, back towards this entry to a little bit, going the opposite way from you with the direction you would have wanted to, and this blue triangle popped up, that's just another opportunity for you to enter to take it for the buy, meaning to take it right back to your take profit 3. So you could have gotten 3 times off of this trade, okay? You could have had 3 entries in this trade. Now, where you decided to go, right, in terms of your first entry, if your first entry was to take profit 1, you would have been great, okay? And let's say maybe your first entry decided to go to take profit 2, that's totally fine too. Your first entry could have been to take profit 3, that's totally fine, right? So let's say your first trade that you entered, you're like, I'm going for take profit 3. You come back down and it's like another re-entry and you're like, ooh, cool, I'm gonna enter again and I plan to take this to take profit 3, right? And then this one ends up popping up at your take profit 2 for the upside. So the only place you can take it is take profit 3. So now you have 3 entries, all for the same take profit, but this one, right, goes for a full 150 pips, okay? 150, that's $150. This one's a little bit shorter, but you're going in for 138, okay? So let's do that math. 150 plus 138 is going to give you 288. So now you're in profit, right? You closed out because the trade hit your take profit. You closed out in $288. And then this trade gives you another triangle and you're like, oh cool, I'm going to get in one last time for 63 moves. Remember, $1 a move, you made $63. We're going to add that to that 288 and that gives you a total of $351 off of this setup. Right now, remember, that's because you did $1 a move. Imagine you did $2 a move. That's $702 that you would have made. So, and if it was $3 a move, you would make even more. So I want you to just think about how much you could have profited, had you had enough money in your account to put a certain, lot size. But $1 a move, right, is good. Even if it was 50 cents a move, this is still really great, right? This is still really great. So off of this one setup, instead of just taking one entry going all the way, we were able to take this entry 3 times. But there's so many different ways for you to actually take more than 3 entries off of this one setup, right? And you would do that for different reasons, right? But just off of, using the original entry and the triangles that appear, there's 3. But there's so many more entries and different ways you could have, re-entered this trade, but the great thing is that you don't have to know all that information, right? If you didn't know any of this information and this was your first day coming in, right? Ask yourself right now, I'm asking you, and I want you to answer this, right? Would you be able to type in these coordinates, right? 1.82202, right? You're not going to be typing all of them, but if you can, whatever's highlighted here on the side, if you can type these coordinates, if you can read them, you can definitely type them in and hit the enter button, right? If you can see that this green line is your entry, that's where your first entry is going to be, right? And it's already, this highlighted here is letting us know what we're looking at on the chart, and it's telling us that we're going in a buy. So you would make sure that you're buying at that entry point. And then every time you see a blue candle for this specific setup, because we're going up, we want to take that trade for a buy. And so we see one triangle here where we would have entered again. And we see a second one for this area right here, which is where we would have entered again, giving us 3 trades. If you can understand that, you can most definitely trade and be able to make extra money on the side. And this is the amazing thing about the scanner. They took it a step further by using all this AI to help us really, find some of the best entries and best ways to capitalize and make more money in the market. Now, remember, past performance does not represent or reflect future performances. And, just because this is working for a lot of people doesn't mean it'll work for you, right? And I'm saying that because you have to do the work. You have to open up the scanner. You have to plug in the numbers. It doesn't take a lot of time, but you'll be surprised how many people have access to this and won't use it. But I just showed you how simple it was to make, right, over $100 using this scanner if each move was $1 each. Okay, so let's say the least amount you could put in a market is 10 cents a move. So let's say same setups, right? We're gonna go 10 cents a move. So the first one we did was 150. Okay, so we're gonna do the math. So 150 times 0.10, right? Which is 10 cents. We would have made $15 off of this move, right? Then this second entry we had from here to here, right? 143, that sounds right. So what we would have made was $14.30 off of this move if each move was 10 cents, okay? And then we have from this entry to this entry, which means that we would have made about, which is 58 moves, we would have made about $50 and I'm sorry, $5.88, okay? So we would have made up roughly $35 and some change, right? So we'll just keep it to the flat 35. We would have made $35 off of this setup. Now remember, this is three that the scanner is giving you for an individual who doesn't understand trading and how to completely maximize off of a setup, right? This is doing that for you. So there's more than three entries that I see here, but these three are super, super great. Okay, so with that being said, imagine being able to take less than 5 minutes of your day to click this in and to make an extra 35. Now, this is just one pair, okay? If we went and we clicked onto another pair, right? Look, let's see how much this moved. We're gonna go back to $1 a move just for easy calculation, but we can also do the 10 cents a move. From our entry to our take profit 3, that's on 10 cents a move, you would have made $6 and about 73 cents. $1 a move, you would have made $67, okay? But there's multiple places where we've gotten a re-entry. We have 1 here, 2 here, 3 here, 4 here, right? So we have a total of 5 places we could have got into this one specific trade for the sell, okay? So imagine doing that, just coming in, spending about 5, even imagine 15 minutes, right? You're spending less than 5 on one setup. So imagine spending about 15 minutes and finding about 4 different pairs where you can just re-enter. And if you're able to enter those in, even if it's just that one time, right, you can really, really maximize, right? And you can definitely utilize this information to help you win. And so the great thing about this is if you use this platform and you utilize the information that's given here, you can definitely, learn a new skill that will help you change your situation, that can help you increase your income, that can generate extra streams on the side for you so you can reinvest in multiple ways. So if you like what I've shared, if you like this scanner, if you're interested in learning more, feel free to reach out to me. Okay, I have my information in the description below, right? This is a cryptocurrency, right, pair that it's given you. So even after the setup has completed, it's still giving you places of re-entry, which is super, super great, right? This is for Litecoin. Here we have for Ripple, right? Here we have for Ethereum. There's so much that you can gain and win over here, and there's so many more coins. This is Bitcoin, right? So Bitcoin did a huge job recently, and this scanner helped me get the best entry to go crazy with some other individuals that we're tracking it together. So if you want access to this or would like access to test it out, whatever the case is, feel free to reach out to me. I'll have all my information in the description below. If you already have access to this and you're not using it to your full advantage, you are crazy. You're missing out on so much. And I encourage you to, definitely take the time to go through it and to take advantage of what you have, because there's so much to gain here and so much that, you can really, really win and learn from by using something that's become simplified, right? Everything doesn't have to be hard. You don't have to, be the smartest. You don't have to be the fastest. You don't have to be good at math. You don't have to, be good at charts and anything. You just have to understand what you're looking at and understand, what each thing means. If you can understand that this is where we're entering the trade, this is our risk in case we lose, this is where we're hoping to make money, you are ready. You are ready. If you're able to understand that every time you see a blue arrow, you're getting in on another buy entry. Every time you see a red arrow, triangles, you're getting in on another sell, you are ready. Okay, so at this point, all you have to do is put it together and then just do it, right? Like anything, when you start it, it might seem hard, it might seem confusing, you might be afraid, right? Remember, it takes money to make money, right? With no risk, there's no reward. So you have to start somewhere, and you don't have to start big. You can start investing with even about $50. Okay, we spend $50 like nothing. I've seen people spend $200 like water. Okay, so imagine investing $50 to start trading, and you're able to triple that off of one setup, right? Off of one setup. That would be an amazing thing, right? Or just off of 1 week, even if it was 1 month, you will have a return on your investment. I want you to think about how many times you put your money in the bank to store it there. And when you check back a year later, right, it was the same amount unless you took out money, right? But it didn't exactly grow, right? It didn't increase, right? It stayed the same amount. You put your money in the bank, you don't touch it for 2 weeks, you come back, it'll be the same amount. And if your bank charges you for holding your money, then you're short a little bit, right? But if you're able to use this and do it properly and do it safely using proper risk management with great mentorship, you can watch your account grow. So once again, thank you all for tuning in. It's Trade with Ellie. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope to see you in my next video.